current operations of Ochsner St. Mary Hospital in Morgan City. With me right now is Jennifer Wise, the Chief Nursing Officer and the Administrator of the hospital, and then Dr. William Cefalu Jr., who is the Chairman of the Hospital Service District of St. Mary Parish number 2. Obviously, Jennifer, the hospital did suffer some extensive damage, especially from water from Hurricane Francine. What can you tell us about those damages that it suffered?
Yes, sir. So we did take on a good bit of water, significant water intrusion through windows, and then also the bricks, which are porous, but we have some issues in some places where the moisture barrier is missing and or deteriorated. We just got through talking with the Rotary here in Morgan City and also the Kiwanis Club about the upcoming millage on December 7th and why it's so important. So it's mainly to address some of those issues, which again have caused the water intrusion and why we are having some impacts to our operations right now at the hospital in Morgan City.
If anyone passes by, they will see the equipment right now that is connected to the hospital. What exactly is that equipment doing?
So that equipment is helping to dry us out. Not an engineer, but my understanding is there is desiccants that are being placed throughout the hospital. So lots of moisture mapping on the exterior walls to see whether or not those functions of that machine is working and drying us out so that we can get back and be fully operational.
Dr. Cefalu, obviously the operations of the hospital were impacted. You're slowly or surely bringing on some of those services. What can you tell us about the current services?
Currently, the entire first floor is functional. So the emergency room, laboratory, radiology, all of those service lines are still open to provide services to the community. Obviously, we're still undergoing some mitigation measures, and we're hoping that maybe towards the end of next week we may be back to full operations in the sense that we can admit patients there to handle most of your medical needs. So later next week probably we'll be back up and running.
Jennifer, this may be a question for you. Not sure. What services are not available right now?
So we aren't accepting any inpatients right now. So those are the rooms that were impacted, that we're drying out. Some of those rooms are drying out nicely, and we won't have to do any demolition, but we do have some rooms that were more significantly impacted and are not drying, and therefore drywall will have to be removed. So that'll take us a little bit longer. But, our medical surgical, our operating room is fine, but the rooms that are needed to take care of the patient before and after a surgery aren't available. Our inpatient rehab is also impacted right now, and then our behavioral health unit. Those are our inpatient areas that we aren't able to service our patients at this time.
Dr. Cefalu, as Jennifer mentioned, you just made a presentation to the groups here at the Petroleum Club. This is the second such that you've recently made to civic organizations about that upcoming tax proposition on December 7th. What are you asking for the community?
We're asking from the community to invest in our local hospital. We are the only rural hospital with a HSD in the state that doesn't have some additional funding. This is absolutely necessary. It's needed. It's the only way that rural hospitals can survive. So I'm asking the average resident of East St. Mary to invest $45 on average a year to allow us the funds to make the necessary repairs that we need to make, and to allow us for future growth in service lines and maintenance needs as they present themselves, and also allow us to utilize leverage to go after some match money through the state to make even further improvements. So this is really a golden opportunity for us. $45 I think is a reasonable ask. It's what we've had in the past, and it's something that will be a key to open a lot of doors for us. I think people in our community want to see progress. They want to see growth. They want to definitely see stability as far as it relates to health care. This millage will afford us all of those things.
And we want to clarify that the community, the hospital service district, owns the building itself. Ochsner leases it. Of course, you're an Ochsner employee. We want to make that known, the relationship between the two.
Right. So it was a 10-year lease signed in October of 2019. And again, the service district continues to own the facility. So we as taxpayers own the facility. Ochsner operates it. Ochsner is required to do $250,000 annually in repairs and maintenance. And we typically exceed that probably by about the third month of the year. So again, 45-year-old building has significant repair and maintenance needs at any given time, and then to take on the type of storm we just experienced with Hurricane Francine, it's really exacerbated some of those needs.
And you've made it known, and you just alluded to it, that we did have a millage for Hospital Service District number 2, but it was taken off the books several years ago.
Yeah, we had a millage really from inception. Approximately 20 years ago, the millage was no longer collected. At that time, rural hospitals were very profitable, actually. Things have changed dramatically for rural hospitals within the state of Louisiana and really the country. And the model that works now is the model that we're trying to create, which is community buy-in with millage support of a great operator. And so that's what we're looking to do with this millage money.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Dr. William Cefalu. Thank you. Jennifer Wise with Ochsner St. Mary. Appreciate the update. I'm Brady Burrell for KQKI News.